Hi, my name is Lindsay Roberts, and today we're going to be walking through some of the fundamental basics of Maya 2011. When you first open Maya, the first screen you come to is your perspective view. To toggle between your views, you can hit spacebar. Now you have access to your top, your front, and your side views. To maximize any one of these views, hover your mouse in the desired window and hit spacebar once again. The next thing that we need to do is set our project. To set our project, let's go to File, Project, and we need to create a new one since this is our first time in Maya. So we're going to call this New First Project. That looks good. So we're going to use our defaults, and then we'll go ahead and set in all the information files, and we're going to hit Accept. Now we need to set our project. So go to File, Project, and Set. Now you can see the project that we first made. So we're going to set that. Now we need to create some geometry. So you can go to the Create, Polygon Primitives, and here it lists all the basic pieces of geometry that you can create. You can also go to the Polygons tab to create the most popular ones. So I'm going to go ahead and create Polygon Primitives, and I'm going to create a sphere for this demonstration. If you notice my sphere is in wireframe mode. If I want it in shaded mode, I can go up here right beneath my panels and hit the box that's blue. This goes ahead and puts it in the shaded mode. This is wireframe. Let's say I want my wireframe and shaded mode on at the same time. Additionally, to the right, there's a blue box with a white outline. That's your wireframe on shaded mode. And now you can see, not only is my piece of geometry shaded, but it also has the wireframe on it too. So now that I have my geometry set up the way I like it, I need to learn how to move my camera in order to get different views of it. The default is Select, but there's also our Move tool, our Rotate tool, and our Scale tool. The corresponding hotkeys are Q for Select, W for Move, E for Rotate, and R for Scale. If you have your object selected, W brings up arrows, which I can click, drag, and move. The Rotate tool brings up some arcs, which I can click and use to rotate in any axis. There's also a blue one that goes around the entire piece of geometry. If you just click that, that allows you to move it in the world mode, which means you can move it in any direction at any time. Sometimes that can mess up your geometry though. I prefer to just stick with these nodes right here. The next is the Scale tool, or R, and this brings up 4 little boxes. If you click the outside boxes individually, this will scale your object in any which direction that you'd like. Additionally, the center one will scale your object while keeping its proportions. If you've messed up and you need to go back, you can hit Command Z to restore your object to its original position. My history only goes back so far, so be sure to save often. Additionally, Maya tends to crash more in the 2011 version for bugs and other reasons, so it's always good, but if it does happen to crash on you, I have some notes on this video that can show you where to go to recover some lost files. Now that we like our object, we need to save it. So we can go to File, Save Scene As, and we'll name this Save 01. And click Save As. Let's say Maya crashed on us. sorry. If we need to reopen it, we can open our last save file. So now we can go to File, Open Scene, and there's our save right there because our project has been set. So we can just click Open, and there's our sphere. Next, we're going to learn how to extrude faces. If you hold the right click over your object, you get this menu, which you can select the different components of your object. So I can either select the edges, I can select the vertices, I can select the faces, or I can just go back to object and I can select the object mode. You can play with the vertex faces and the UV modes and the multi modes if you really like, but we'll be getting into that into our more advanced tutorials. For right now, we're going to focus mainly on the face mode. So now that we have our faces selected, we can select a single face. You can go to your Edit Mesh menu and click Extrude. This brings up a transform tool that displays all the nodes. You have your rotate node, you have your scale nodes, and you have your move nodes. This is because we can do any one of these right now that we need to. So I'm going to move it out. And as you can see, basically it takes that face and it extrudes it outwards, creating 4 additional faces. To do that move again, you can hit the hotkey G. And now we have another extrude. I can scale this one. I can scale this one up now. I can scale it down. I can even rotate it if I need. To delete your object if you don't like it, just select it and hit the delete. Another thing that we can do is we can move the vertices. Again, you can hold right click to access your component menu and hit vertex. If I just need to tweak a single vertex, I can go in, select, and then you can use your move tool, your rotate tool, or your scale tool on the vertices. The scale normally only works on a selection of vertices like that. And if I scale, it does funky things. But right now, we're just going to select one and we're going to focus on how to move it. So we're going to move this up and see how it affects our geometry. Now, if I wanted to create a sharp little point like that, that's not necessarily the proper way to do it. If you go into your object mode, there are different modes that you can model in. This is one mode, and as you can see, the outlines of the poly are really rough. The 2 mode is a smooth approximation mode, and that shows you what it would look like in a smooth mode, and it also shows your geometry according to 1 mode. If we go into 3 mode, that's our smooth mode. If we take our wireframe off, you can see this, we have this funky stuff going on here. Even if those creases did work for you or what you were trying to model, they're not the right way to model something like that. In our next tutorial, our more intermediate tutorials, I'll be showing you how to create geometry with that with the correct parameters, but right now we're just working in 1 mode. If you need to insert an edge to a piece of geometry, you can go to Edit Mesh, Insert Edge Loop tool. And as you can see, that adds a ring around some of your geometry. Now, if you're trying to do it like this and you're like, well, why isn't it working? This, as you can see, these are not polygons necessarily. They are, but they're not. Maya likes quads, meaning this right here. This is a quad, this is a quad, that's a quad. Maya loves quads. These are triangles. And your insert edge loop tool only works on polys. So only on pieces of geometry like that. Four-sided faces. As far as that goes, I think that's it for your basics. I showed you how to extrude. I showed you how to insert your edge loops. I showed you how to scale and rotate it. And from there, you should be able to start creating your own pieces of geometry and start making your own objects. If you have a particular piece of object that you would like to create and you're not sure how, you can go ahead and toss me an email request and I'll go ahead and make a tutorial and model it for you. To access my email, you can go to www.digitalshowcase.org and just fill out the email form in the contact section. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. And like I said, if you have any questions at all, feel free to email me and I will help you out to the best of my ability. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day.